Seedify.fund. So, Seedify.fund is a Launchpad. Obviously, it launches gaming projects. And to be fair, they have an NFT space as well for initial NFT offerings. I think they have a metaverse offerings as well. And really, I think Seedify can do well because actually a lot of the launches that they've had have been really successful. So there should be, in theory, not much selling pressure for SFUND and a lot of buying pressure. And I'll talk about why in this video. Before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, in the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were cryptos that I thought were going to make me really good cash. You can see what they were worth when I recorded the videos. You can also see what highs all these coins hit in under a year and a half. And these are what your profits would have been. So if you'd have put $100 into the coins when I released the videos and sold after 16 months, these would have been your profits. Now, Phantom would have made you over, 67 grand from $100 in. Grin only would have made you 120, but in total, they would have made you over 123 grand. Now, the thing is you don't have 16 months to get your portfolio sorted. If your coins aren't going up right now, then you're holding the wrong coins. So you need to actually sort out your portfolios. If you don't know where to start, if you're not confident in picking coins, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. And whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a coin, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price I'm going to do it at. So my members can copy along exactly. They make the exact same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. On the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can see the successes. You can verify it all. It's all public record. If you like what you see, guys, try it out the service because my coins, make no mistake, are ripping it at the moment. They're going to high. Keep going higher and higher and higher, and they're beating the market average by a country mile. So if you want to know what they are, you got to join. So have a look. Now, Seedify.fund. So as you can see, it's rallied quite well today. I'm recording this. So far this year, it actually did hit highs of about $5 from lows of sort of 50, 60 cents. And Seedify is, like I said, it's a launchpad. It's a launchpad. If you want a game, if you want to get in on a game, if you want to get in on a new project, its initial DEX offerings, its initial game offerings, its initial metaverse offerings, they've got tons, right? So Super Meme is one of the ones that is open at the moment, or open soon. And you can see like they've launched tons of projects. And actually what's best really is that you can see, so let's have a look at the initial game offerings. So let's have a look at completed. So you can see like they're always completely fulfilling allocation. Of course, Seedify is a tier system. So the more SFUND you hold and stake, the bigger allocation you can get as an early investor. But what that means is if these launches are making people good money, then there's no reason for anyone to sell. So the selling pressure should be very, very low. And if people want to get in on the games, and if they start having really successful launches, whether it's AI gaming or whatever, then there should be a lot more buying pressure. So I actually still think this can do really well because actually when you check out the statistics on Seedify, it's pretty damn good. So current average ROI, now that's not great. So this is known as the latest ROI. So all-time ROI is the ROI at the moment when the price was all-time, but current is around minus 14.5%. So that's not ideal, right? You don't want to be losing money on your early investments, but the average all-time high for the ROI is around a 20x. So if you are an early investor and you sell at the right times, you're going to make your money back on the initial investment, no problem. And if that's the all-time high average rate of return, then potentially you can actually have a very, very, very good time investing and using Seedify. Now, obviously, there's always a risk to everything. But if we just take a look at like all-time high ROIs, so obviously some of these have done better than others. Like we want to try and get. So a lot of the big successful ones were in 2021, but they have had good ones in 2023, and quite a fair few in 2023 that had good like all-time highs, 41x, 35x, 21x, 21x there. So not doing too badly. Now recently, it is noticeable that if we sort by date, it's not as amazing, but also you wouldn't expect necessarily all-time highs to be coming in that fast for ones that have launched, in the last couple of months. So maybe go back to like earlier in the year. So Satoshi Sync did all right, 18x straight off the bat. Gaming did 11x. Ethereum did 9x. Now, what's worth noting as well is the ROI here, because that's based on current price, right? So a lot of them are down from previous investments, but the all-time highs were good. So in these kind of scenarios where you get an all-time high of, let's say, 10x, the likelihood is, depending on obviously the launch itself, you can probably make your money back by selling at that peak, and then everything else is profit after that, and the selling can just kind of slowly trickle through. But some of them remain well above, like Solidus is a 13x still on the people that got in early in August of last year. Ethereum was in March of this year, but people are still up 5x on that. It's one thing that I would say with anything like this, with any Launchpad, is you've got to view it rationally, right? And the rational view is, look, these are all startups. Startups, if you view it as a business, in the business sense, 96% of startups fail within the first year. So if you understand that, then you've got your measure of risk, right? You've got to understand that almost the majority of the coins that you get in on any Launchpad are going to fail. But even just that initial pump that they quite often have of the listing, if you sell at the right time, you probably get all your initial investment back, or the majority of it, and then you're mostly playing with profits. And that's really the game with Launchpads. And obviously we're not seeing Launchpads having the same level of pumps that we previously saw. Obviously in the majority of the ones that were hugely successful were hugely successful in 2021, and that's in 2021 really was the year of Launchpads. A lot of these doing huge returns, and if you look now, the majority are now down. I mean, this one's zero. Like you've lost money on that if you never sold. This one you're down. This one you're down if you never sold. This one you're down. But a couple of them are still up. Chain GPT, as an example, from 2023 is still up 24x for the people that got in early. So it's a measure of risk. But I think we still will see with something like Seedify a lot more buying pressure than selling pressure. And actually, it's not on any big exchange. Is it going to get listed? Probably not, because volume's pretty weak. But the key thing really for Seedify and any other Launchpad really is, do they have success? Are the launches going well? If the projects that they're launching are successful, then people will want to get in on Seedify because they want to be early investors into future projects. So that's really how the measure of success is going to come. But if they do have a lot of successful launches, this can get to $10, no problem. Because there's going to be so much more buying pressure than there is selling pressure. But it's going to completely depend on the success of the launches moving forward. But again, if you are ever getting in on Launchpads, just understand that that's the risk, right? You view it as a new business. 96% of new businesses fail within the first year. If you view cryptos exactly the same way, then you understand the risk and you understand probability of losing, and understand that you probably want to sell when you're seeing a big pump initially, just to make sure you get your initial capital back. But it's an interesting idea as a project. And Launchpads, like I said, this is not the year of Launchpads anymore. That was 2021, but I still think we're going to see some launches be very, very successful. So something to bear in mind, folks. And look, we are in a bull cycle right now, and if you are sitting on coins that are not making you money, that you're not happy with, then you need to get your portfolio sorted. If you get onto copymycrypto.com, guys, that's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a coin, I will tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at. So my members get in and out of coins, same price as me, make the same profit. My coins have been absolutely ripping it lately. They are on a huge tear. If you want to find out the coins that I'm in, the ones that are making me great money, then you've got to join at the site. So have a look through it, verify it all, and if you like what you see, guys, I'll see you there. And that's it from me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.